Hey guys, I'm here to break down and give you my predictions for UFC Noche. Fight Night Lopez versus Silva. I think this is a very, very cool and fun card. No, it's not. It's a very disgustingly underwhelming card. I'm glad this card wasn't in Mexico, or we might actually lose a Mexican fan base because Jesus Christ, did they not try. Outside of the main event and what was supposed to be the co-main event, there's nothing on this card. Nothing. But we'll start at the prelim opener of I actually don't know who these people are. These people have to be coming off of like Tough or something because I have no clue who they are. I need to actually do a little bit of research into those people. Yeah, this has to be some Tough. It has to be something off Tough or something. It says a title belt, but like I don't know who these people are at all, and I watch this shit every week. But that's neither here nor there. Next, the real opener of the card is Eilis Pereira versus Montserrat Rendon. Why is Montserrat Rendon still in the UFC? Eilis Pereira is going to beat the brakes off of her. I have no clue how Montserrat Rendon still has a job. I don't think I've ever really seen her win a fight. Yeah, no. She just kind of exists. She's losing this fight. Probably by decision. To Eilis Pereira making her debut. She exists as how good is Eilis Pereira and how dominantly is Pereira going to win. Next up at flyweight, we have Alessandro Costa versus Alden Correa. This was not originally supposed to be on this card. Originally, we're supposed to get Alessandro Costa versus Edgar Chairez, and this is just some random person at the regional scene they picked up. Costa's about to sleep, bro. Simple and easy as that. Next up on the card, we have Zachary Reese versus Cedricus Dumas. I actually have no clue. They're both terrible. I'm leaning Cedricus because I feel like he's going to have... Yeah, Zachary Reese has no chin. Crazy power, no chin. If Cedricus can survive round one, Zachary Reese does gas a little bit, and I think he's going to win. Boring decision, 29-28. At flyweight, this one's crazy. This is a crazy fight right here. Tune in. Jesus Aguilar versus Luis Garul. I'm going Jesus Aguilar. I think he's the most underrated guy at that weight class outside of Charles Johnson. I don't think he's lost since losing to... No, he has one loss since losing to Tetsuo Taira. And he's looked very, very good in a lot of his fights. I think he's winning this one very, very clearly. Next up, we have Tatiana Suarez versus Amanda Lemos. Lemos ain't stuffing takedowns like Whaley. It's going to be a Suarez masterclass. She's going to do whatever she wants to her. I'm going to pick second round submission just because having Suarez on top of you for that long is just begging to get submitted. But if Lemos is able to keep the fight on the feet, she will probably win by KO. I just don't see it happening because she's never had great takedown defense. Next up on the card, we have Joaquim Silva versus Claudio Puelles. Haven't seen Claudio Puelles in a long time, and it doesn't matter. You can't just develop striking that fast. Joaquim Silva's defending the takedowns. He's going to break Claudio Puelles in a very, very, very dominant KO win, and it's going to look really, really bad for Claudio Puelles. Next up, we have Jose Medina versus Dusko Todorovic. Why? Why is Jose Medina still in the UFC? This fight is terrible. Give me Dusko Todorovic by decision. Jose Medina is just some fat Mexican. He's not even Mexican. Isn't he like Peruvian or something like that? I'm looking this up. He's Bolivian. He really is just some fat Bolivian dude who's really, really tough. But he has no skill whatsoever. Dusko Todorovic is kind of skilled, kind of has some athleticism, and I think that's more than enough to beat Jose Medina. This is a terrible fight, and that's headlining the prelims. Next up, opening up the main card, we have Santiago Luna versus Li Quang. I don't think highly of Li Quang whatsoever. I'm gonna pick Santiago Luna. He got submitted. No, he submitted Gaston Bolaños in his last fight. But I watched him. He's okay. He's an okay fighter. He's not terrible. But submitting Gaston Bolaños in the second round in your third UFC fight, I don't know, bro. I don't like it. I can give him slack for losing to Chris Gutierrez on short notice and surviving to a decision after getting his legs killed out from underneath him. But it's his next fight where he just got brutalized and KO'd by... Who did he get knocked out by again? He got brutalized and KO'd by Long Zhao. I remember that one. Yeah, no. Li Quang, no. Gaston Bolaños doesn't do it for me. I think you're losing this fight clearly by decision. It's going to be a close and competitive one, but a clear loss. 29-28, a random 30-27 thrown in there. Next up, we have Diego Ferreira versus Alexander Hernandez. Carlos Diego Ferreira is winning this fight. One of the most underrated guys in the weight class. He's on a crazy run. I don't think Hernandez is explosive enough to deal with him. I watched Diego Ferreira break Mateus Rebecki like 2 years ago. I think Diego Ferreira is in here, and he's going to win this fight clearly. Get him a ranked opponent, because I think he's a ranked level fighter. Next up, we have Kelvin Gastelum versus Dustin Stoltzfus. I don't want to abuse this sound, but this entire card is just a straight mid-off. It is painfully average fighter versus painfully average fighter. Gastelum's going to win this fight because Dustin Stoltzfus isn't that good. And he's probably going to win it by KO. But I hate this fight even happening because I don't want to see it. We could have had Gastelum versus Atiba Gutierrez. We could have had Stoltzfus versus Atiba Gutierrez. But instead we get Stoltzfus Gastelum? That does nothing for anybody. It's just maybe a win for Gastelum if he can put down the tacos long enough. I hate this fight. This card is terrible. And mind you, this is a main card position slot. This was supposed to be a pay-per-view. They were going to charge you money for this. Think about that. In the feature fight of the card, we have Jared Gordon versus Rafa Garcia. This was supposed to be a pay-per-view with Jared Gordon in the feature fight. I like Jared Gordon. I love that this is a crowded fight night, so Jared Gordon can get some hype and some praise and fight in front of fans because he's on a crazy run right now. This was supposed to be a pay-per-view. But we have Gordon versus Garcia. Garcia's really good, but I think he's going to gas out, and then Gordon's going to come back and win rounds 2 and 3. Love watching Jared Gordon fight. He's so good and so bad at the same time. It's really fun to watch. I think he's a ranked level dude. And I think he's winning this fight, clearly. In the co-main event, we have Rob Font versus David Martinez. Now, this was originally supposed to be Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr. But Rosas got injured, but Rob Font staying on the card. So we're going to get Font versus Martinez instead. I'm picking Rob Font. There's nothing David Martinez showed in his UFC debut against that bum of a fighter that they put him against. Literally laid him up a win so he could have a win in the UFC. That makes me think that he's able to take on Rob Font in the co-main event of one of the biggest fight night cards of the year. Rob Font versus Rosas Jr. was going to be the co-main event. This was supposed to be a pay-per-view. They were going to charge us $80 to watch this slop, but got scared to compete with Canelo Crawford. Dog, what are they doing? What is this card? And the only fight with any real aura on this card, the main event, we have Diego Lopez versus Jean Silva. I don't think it's going to be a long fight. I think Jean Silva is way too fast, way too talented, and Diego Lopez is going to get cracked again and again and again and again. And the biggest difference is just the speed of the two. Silva has crazy power, but he also has the speed to get to the positions. I think he's going to sleep Diego Lopez brutally in the first 2 rounds. Who knows, maybe Lopez can survive it late, gas out Silva, and then KO him. But I don't think that's the way this fight's going to play out. He's going to be getting hit too hard, too often. I got Silva winning. Last Ronin style, because he's really, really upset that Rufy lost, especially Rufy, and Braujo lost. He's very upset about that. But he also is just taking in the moment. I don't think the moment's going to be too big for him. This is the kind of position he's wanted to be in. And Lopez doesn't have the defensive work of Kevin Vachejos, bro. He's not going to be able to, keep that high guard and slip and roll with everything. He's taking everything directly on the chin. I don't think Silva can land on your chin too many times before you go out cold. I'm picking Silva probably by 2nd round KO. Don't be surprised if it's a 1st round KO. If Lopez wins this fight, I'd be kind of happy. Very gutted that all fighting nerds lost in this year. But kind of happy because that means we don't get Silva versus Volkanovski, and Volkanovski can actually make legacy instead of getting decimated by Jean Silva in the 1st or 2nd round. But until the next time, that has been my prediction for this card. Can we just get to October, bro? We really need to just get to October. What's going on, bro? I mean, next week we get Olberg Reyes, which means we're in Perth. That's actually going to be pretty cool. Not mad at that. But, didn't we get a week off? No, this is the only card for 2 weeks. This card, and then a week break, and then we're back with Olberg Reyes. This is garbage. This was supposed to be a pay-per-view. I'm saying it again. They wanted to charge us $80 to watch this. What are we doing, bruh? What are we doing? But until next time, that's been my predictions for UFC Fight Noche, Fight Night, Lopez versus Silva. Wow, this is a card. Definitely one of the cards of all time.